Hi, this is Mark from Steelite C-Suites. How y'all been? I got a lot of stuff on the agenda today, a lot of stuff. Look at this free stuff they send you in the mail. And this is Mark. And this seat's wet. At the waterfront. Ooh, is this exciting? Cold. Ooh. Getting fat. Getting fat eating too much nacho cheese chips. This is going to be an X-rated show, so if you don't like swear words, if you don't like reality, if you want to watch Jay Leno or David Letterman, let them giggle your gonads, alright? Let them warm the cockles of your heart. Can I say that, cockles? Yeah? Let them warm the cockles of your heart. But if you want to get down and dirty with the real shit, watch my show. Yeah. We don't fuck around. No. You know that word fuck, you know, I was watching HBO. They gave it to you free the other day, you know, Philadelphia Cable. Ooh, you want to call anybody, call them and complain to them about how they put those awful shows on HBO in the middle of a Sunday at 3:30. I was sitting there and my daughter started switching the channel. She's only 7. She's a sweetheart. I love her to bits. Well, anyway, she's, you know, watching, you know, her shows, and then she puts on HBO because they give it to you for free. They didn't tell me. I didn't get a notice or anything. Thanks for telling me. And all of a sudden, she's watching this gangster show where the guy says, fuck this and fuck that, and the wife comes over and says, cut his fucking balls off and all this shit. I couldn't believe it at 3:30 on a Sunday afternoon without warning. Thanks. That's obscene. Not what I do after 12 o'clock at night. I don't gratuitously just say the word fuck just to say it. Jeez. Anyway, Matthew Eapen. Ooh, you know the baby Matthew Eapen? It was in the news yesterday that oh, they're doing the autopsies again, and they're doing the reports, and the baby Ethan, you know, the baby that was killed by the nanny, you know, that was shaken. You know, the nanny, you know, that killed the baby supposedly, and they're coming out with all these new test results and saying, oh no, he was strangled and all this crap. Leave dead dogs lie. Leave the poor baby alone. They're doing more autopsies on that baby, for crying out loud, to the year 2050. When the fact is that they'll just have a little piece of dentin, a little tooth left of the baby, you know, and they in 2050, and you swear that they're going to do that, and that's the only thing that's left with the baby, this little piece of dentin, this tooth, and they do the experiment, and they find out that it was the illegitimate child of President Bill Clinton. Jeez. Excuse me while I light my cigar. Morning. Yeah, they closed. It's gonna probably open in May or something. Yeah. It's kind of, you know, stupid for them to close like this, you know. People want to get in there. I see all sorts of people, busloads of people. Hi, welcome. Guy was saying that I'm like where they sell all the bric-a-brac and souvenirs for pilgrim stuff. Guy comes over here, you know, he probably came from Holland or something, all the way over here to buy a carved out pilgrim hat, you know. Jeez, and it's closed. Fund the tourism. Come on, get with it. Open up these shops. Should open them in the winter. Sheesh. All right, hold on. Excuse me while I check the audio. Testing 1 2. Testing. Hello. Testing. Oh shit. Hello. Yep. Is it working? Yep. Okay. Hi. Whoa. I had to test the audio so you folks could hear my wonderful voice. I see light city streets. And we're in beautiful Plymouth, America's hometown. Where else but to say the freedom of speech, use it or lose it. I have so many things I want to talk to you about today. Go get yourself a sandwich, a boiled bologna sandwich or something. I saw this lady at a store today before the show, and she says, "Aren't you the guy on TV?" And I go, "Yeah, I am." And I said, "No, I'm on your bread box, you know. Maybe I'm a guy on TV, you know. No, I'm on a milk carton." Sheesh. This is Mark. Just see these streets, and she says to me, "Oh, I was telling my son about how you said on your show that the cattle companies, the beef companies, take dead dogs and cats from the animal shelters and grind them up and feed them to the cows." I said, "Yeah, that's true." And she said, my son said, "Ma, you making up things again?" But that's a downright fact right there. That's the truth. But they outlawed that in 1997 because of the mad cow disease and stuff, you know. And I said, well, I said, I said, "If I swear on my show, do you mind?" And she says, "No, not at all." She was saying that people, she's like 70 years old. She said that people that complain about the sex and the HBO and the swearing and all that. She says, "Well, what do they think? They invented sex?" She says, you know. I said, "You want to come on the show and say that?" And she says, "No, I don't know." Oh, fuck her. That's what's the problem with society today. People don't want to stand up for what they believe in. They don't even want to give opinions anymore. They're afraid that the Hitler's going to come and take them away and put them in an oven or something. You know, that's how afraid they were. Can't be afraid. Gotta say what you want to say. Come on, Eugene. Come on the show. Emerald Lagasse. Eugene, my favorite human being in the world. He's going to be Emerald Lagasse, and he's going to show us how to fix a flat tire. But it's Mark. You see lights, city streets, and I'm going to get a cup of coffee now. Go boil yourself a bologna sandwich. Also, you know, they're saying that you have to boil your cold cuts now if you don't want to get E. coli and shit. Oh, gosh. Imagine, have a boiled bologna sandwich, you know. Let's see, lights. Fill in the blank. If you're deaf, read my fucking lips. City lights, city streets. Let's see what I got in store for you today. Where do you want me to start? Why don't we just start with the Old Colony Memorial? I love that editor. Oh, he's such a nice man. His name's Mark, too. I figured out how to solve the Indian Pilgrim strife problem. Obviously, the last year on Thanksgiving, I tried to get a bunch of Indians together to smoke the peace pipe with me. And we tried to get the police chiefs and stuff. You know, we would like to have gotten the police chiefs and stuff to smoke the peace pipe and stuff, and I suggested it to them. But the Indians were saying, "No, it's a sacred thing," and all that, and all this, and that we're not going to smoke the peace pipe and everything. I said, "Okay, fine then. You don't want to resolve the problem. That's clear now. To me, that's clear. The Indians do not want to resolve the problem. They don't want to smoke the peace pipe." So now I go to the Pilgrims now. Now they call Pilgrims because they're pills and they're grim. You know, walking down the street with muskets. Why don't they bring a hatchet and a musket and go up to the chief of the Indian nations and go up on Coles Hill and bury and tell the Indians that All right, our forefathers did some bad things to you guys, you Indians, and you Indians did bad things to us. Let's forget about what our forefathers did. Let's have harmony, peace and harmony, and go forward from here. And let's bury the hatchet. Now the Pilgrims, if they don't do that, then they're just as bad as the Indians, and nobody wants to resolve anything, and they just want the world to go on being as hateful as it always was, you know? Technology changes everything. Evolution changes nothing, apparently. Stitch in time saves 9. Buy yourself some better clothes. The early bird catches the worm. The early worm is fucked. Let's see, like, city streets and I'm Mark. Kind of cold. I'm sitting on an old wet bench for you guys. For you guys, not for me. I'm out here freezing my ass off. So I could enlighten you. Make you, oh, you laugh. Oh, you're all warm and cozy in your house right now eating your boiled bologna sandwich or shit. Who gives a fuck about Mark? Shit. People think I'm like Howard Stern. I don't think I don't sniff farts. I don't put my nose on people's ass cracks like Howard Stern does. That's entertainment? Come on. I tell you some real stuff, like, for instance, how I told you about the doctor about 100 years ago at Semmelweis, that all the patients were dying, and he discovered that, oh, you got to wash your hands before you do surgery. Gee, what was I thinking? They were survived. The patients were surviving the operations, but they were dying from, you know, infection. And this guy proved that, you know, you got to wash your hands. And all the other doctors ostracized him. He said, he doesn't know what he's talking about. The doctor ended up to be drunk and died in the gutter, penniless. But, you know, now they do wash their hands. Hell, they scrub their whole body and stuff. But you know something about doctors, what they don't do, I noticed? 2 things. They discovered that on a single doorknob in your home, there's 150 different types of bacteria on the doorknob. You know that twirly thing? You know, you have a house, right? Hello, are you up there? You listen? You have a house, right? Then there's these rectangular wood things, you know? And it's like a little brass thingy, you know, and that's a doorknob, shithead. All right, anyway, there's 150, dipshit. There's 150 pieces of bacteria on this doorknob, and in your home. And in a commercial building, they say there are over 1,500 different types of bacteria on the doorknob. Now, the doctor comes into the office, and he takes the stethoscope out, and he puts it on your chest. All right, does he disinfect the stethoscope? No. Did he touch the doorknob? Yes. Then he goes to another patient, he takes the stethoscope, puts it on their chest. Did he just disinfect the stethoscope? No. Did he disinfect the doorknob? No. They put things in your ear, you know, look in your ear. Did they disinfect that? No. They touch you with their hands. Did they wash their hands? Yeah, maybe they did. But then they touched the doorknob, didn't they? When a doctor's going to understand that all they have to do is put on plastic gloves every time, it costs 5 cents. The examination gloves, you know, they cost 5 cents. Patients aren't worth that? Oh, no, that's right, too. Doctors want people sick. We can't get you getting you fucking healthy. We don't want you fucking healthy. We want you to sick as a dog. Get in here. So we can spend all kinds of money trying to treat you, you know? Bend over, cough, all this crap, you know? All you do is put on rubber latex gloves, every patient. Throw them out. Put on latex gloves. When a doctor examines you and he doesn't have latex gloves on, something wrong with the doctor, I think. Makes sense, doesn't it? Dipshits. Sheesh. I bet you I'm the only adult in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and the surrounding towns that didn't watch the Barbara Walters Monica Lewinsky interview. God almighty, who really cares about that bimbo, really? You know, Jimmy Carter, when he was president, they reported on his hemorrhoid operation. Imagine that, the news, that's these people here. This newspaper, yeah, okay. Old Colony Memorial. Right? I'll get to that later. But, you know, newspapers, you know, in general, they reported on Jimmy Carter's hemorrhoid operation. Imagine that, hemorrhoid operation, you know? And that's the news media for you, you know what I mean? Digging so deep, you know, to get a president's asshole and count the number of dingleberries on it, and to report it on it in the news. And they say, I'm crazy. Come on. I'm the only sane person out there. This is City Lights, City Streets, present. You know they're not going to report on Clinton's asshole. He is an asshole. Come on, let's face it. But he still could be president, you know. Most presidents are assholes, aren't they? Bombing people and everything, war, ooh. You know what cracks me up about war? They have rules in war, yeah. Yeah, oh, you can't use chemical agents, can't use biological warfare, anthrax, can't do. But you can bomb them to bits, you know? All right, you guys, you're going to go to war, right? Well, we got this Geneva Convention over here. You can slice them, dice them, mince them, and eat them, but you can't poison them. No, that's wrong. Something about morality there. It's wrong. You can't do that. But you can drop a bomb on the poor bastards and blow them into itty-bitty bits. Now that's moral. And that's good. You know, I can just see these two soldiers, you know, and they got this, the enemy, you know, two soldiers. It could be any soldier, you know. And they got this enemy, and they're saying, oh, geez, we ran out of bullets. We can't shoot them. It says in the Geneva Convention, we got poison pills here. Well, we can't poison them. Hell, we can blow them up, though. You know, and the other guy says, well, Joe, we ran out of hand grenades. And that guy says, wait a minute, I got a package of firecrackers from last 4th of July in my backpack. Why don't we take those suckers out? Put a few of those up his ass. Yeah, we'll blow them up bit by bit. That's in the Geneva Convention. You can do that. You can put a firecracker up someone's ass. Sure. To put the firecracker up some of the politicians' asses to get them going on people's rights. Listen, see lights, see streets, X-rated show, turn off if you don't like it. Call Philadelphia Cable. Tell them not to put on HBO, unbeknownst to me, where they're saying fuck this and putting fat asses in your face, and my 7-year-old daughter's putting on the station. Come on. You know? Warn us about this stuff. And don't put it on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. Come on. Just sitting down having a nice religious turkey dinner, ready to bite into this beautiful burnt bird, ready to eat its nice juicy ass, and what comes on? Some fat whore of a broad sticking her tits in your face? Come on. Sheesh. Come on, Dal, you can come on the show too. You know who I'm talking about. Daryl V. Eugene. We were going to have a hypnotist on. You know what? There was this one guy, he told me a story. He says his father had died in the hospital. And he says, Mark, he says, if you learn anything about hospitals, if you have someone in the hospital, stay with them 24 hours a day if you can, because the people in the hospital don't take care of them. He says his father was 80 years old, had an operation, and he asked the nurses to make sure that the father was sitting up a bit, you know, because he had abdominal surgery. He didn't want his lungs to get congested, you know. And they said, oh, yeah, sure, okay, we will. And they didn't. They made him lay on his back, you know. Sure enough, he got congested and died. And when the guy, the son came in, and he said, didn't I tell you to keep the guy straight up, you know, up so his lungs don't get congested? And they, you know what they said to him? They said, he was 80 years old anyway. It's like, what the hell is that supposed to mean, he was 80 years old anyway? You know? You might as well just take a gun and shoot him. He was 80 years old. What the hell? Throw him on a railroad track. Get him sliced in half. He was 80. Who gives a shit? And that's the healthcare professionals, okay? Thank you. But I was going to have a hypnotist on. And he still might come on. I don't know why he doesn't. He should. Then we got these guys called PCS. There's a computer company in town in Plymouth here. Oh, they're so good. Lovely computers. Ooh, they're wonderful. Hey, Matt, how do you like that computer? It's wonderful. And they're going to come on and talk about all the advancements in computer technology. It's going to be cool. I got to get those guys on right away. All right. This is Mark, see Light City Streets. And you know that guy in Jasper, Texas that got pulled behind a truck with chains? The guy in Jasper, Texas? You know? All right, it was a redneck crime, you know, but we're overlooking something here. He's a human being first. Then a black person, all right? He's a human being first, all right? Are you out there? Are you listening? He's a human being first. And the principal of a local school in Jasper said no one should wear anything, Confederate flag and all this, you know, for respect for the family, you know? So this redneck kid shows up with a Confederate flag belt buckle, you know? And they suspended him, you know? Like, let the kid wear it if he wants to, you know? That puts a big bullseye on him. Oh, there's the racist bastard right there, you know? We want to see those racist bastards. We want to see them out there. We don't want them hiding in closets. Let's see what you got. It's better that you show your racist attitude so that we know who they are. But that's the mentality down south, you know? I want you to meet my daughter, Betty Lou, my wife, Betty Sue, my son, Billy Bob, and my gun. You know, the gun's part of the family, you know? And we're bringing up little rednecks to hate everybody, you know? Well, at least there'll be an endless supply of guests in the Jerry Springer show. I'd love to get on that show, you know? I'd love to get on that show, Jerry Springer show, and smack him in the face, you know? That'd be so cool, wouldn't it? Well, you write to me at box 1503, Menomet, Massachusetts, 02345. That's 1503, Menomet, Massachusetts, 02345. And write to me and tell me that you wanted me to go on the Jerry Springer show. And if I got enough letters, I'll read them on the air. And we'll get on the Jerry Springer show and smack that bastard in the head. That'd be a riot. One of these days, someone's going to get killed on that show. And that'll be the end of that show. Oh, yeah, the Old Colony Memorial, yeah. Such a nice magazine, or a periodical newspaper. I finally figured out why they call it old. The news is about 3 days old, you know what I mean? You know? Building blows up. Oh, that was 4 days ago. Old news. All right, thank you. But I like the editor. Never met him. But anybody says anything nice about my show, I love them. And if you missed it, the editors said they are fascinated by my show. Well, they got a lot of time on their hands, don't they? They should hire me as a reporter, and I'll go out and get the real news. All right? All right. Remember the show, My Three Sons? You know, they used to tap this foot. What was that anyway? Like three kids, you know, Ernie, Chip, and Rob, you know, and they had, what was his name now? His name was Uncle Charlie. And you know, the first Uncle Charlie was William Frawley. You know who William Frawley is? You know, he's Fred Merritt from the Lucy Show, you know? Yeah, I guess it was rumored that Fred Merritt was doinking Ricky Ricardo. And Ricky Ricardo was saying, oh, Lucy, 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 Lucy. Doinka, doinka, doinka. Oh, Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Come on, Ricky. Fred Merritt would utter in his gravelly old handsome voice. Oh, Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Yeah, he was doinking Ricky Ricardo. And then Uncle Charlie, you know, he was with the My Three Sons for a while, and he dropped dead, and then they had to bring on another Uncle Charlie, you know, William Demarest, you know. He talked like this, you know. And And you can be sure that Uncle Charlie was doinking the kids, you know what I mean? Hey, Rob, go over here, have a cheese sandwich. Doinka, doinka, doinka. Doinka Shane, whoa, doinka Shane. Wayne Newton, I saw a thing on him. Ooh, is he exciting? I love him. And, you know what, he's trying to get the law passed that don't desecrate the American flag. Now, look, I'm an American like anybody else. And I don't really like to desecrate the flag either, gratuitously or otherwise. Sheesh. You know, leave well enough alone. There's a law in the books that says you onto the flag. All right already. It's a piece of cloth. That's what it represents. All right already. Sheesh. You know, put people in jail because they burn a flag or they wear a flag on the bra, panties, or swimsuit. Come on, that's ridiculous. Anyway, he was trying to get this thing passed, you know. So he had a big party. And he had this big birthday, big cake party, you know, trying to get this law passed. You don't want to desecrate the American flag. And they bring out this cake, you know, and it's the American flag. A beautiful American flag with stars and stripes and everything. You know, and then people start eating that stuff, you know. If that ain't desecrating the flag, I don't know what is. We all know where a digested cake ends up anyway, in the shit can. Sheesh. Don't desecrate the flag, but let it pass through 24 feet of intestines out your ass. Dunkashane. Whoa, whoa, Dunkashane. Ah, America, I love it. This sea lights. Sea sheets. We're going to go in the city and see a real city one of these days. On April 3rd, we're going to be on Coles Hill. It's a Saturday, 12 o'clock, noon, right near the Bronze Chief Mess Science. And we're going to have a, you know, anybody can say anything as they want. I'm going to put a microphone on a stand, and anyone can say anything they want. It's open forum, and anyone can say anything that they want, and it's going to be unedited. Come down and say hello to me. Where's the city lights? City streets. The Old Colony Memorial, you know. It's a good newspaper. But, you know, I call TV and newspapers the numbing of America, you know. People get numb. They keep hearing all this crap, you know. And black this, white this, racism this. Let's say human being first, you know. And let's you know, quit, you know, playing the race card, and let's be human beings about the whole thing, you know what I mean? But you know, newspapers, I have a, like I told you last week about, I had a problem with newspapers and stuff, because they really don't give you the real news, you know? It's like, it's the news that the editors think that you should know. It's sensationalism and stuff. Oh, grotesque sensationalism, you know? Like, here's this guy, it's on the front page of the Old Colony Memorial. Wife killer gets life in jail, it says. Wife killer gets life in jail. Now, he was tried for bashing the brains of his wife in with a frying pan. And his defense was, oh, he lost it in a fit of passion and did this, right? And they said, no, we don't believe that. You're going to jail, you know. But, you know, obviously the guy's insane. Anybody that takes a blunt instrument to bash somebody's brains in, you got to be insane, you know? That's like taking a frying pan and slicing a loaf of bread, you know? Have you ever heard of a knife? But if you kill anybody, you got to be insane. Now, that's what really cracks me up, you know? And not only that, the newspaper prints on the front page, a wife killer gets life in jail, and then they talk about the grotesque bludgeoning and the blood in the mattress all over again. And now the family of this woman has to go through this all over again and read this crap in the paper. And don't they care about the families? Wouldn't it be better just to put that on the back page somewhere that says a wife killer gets jail sentence and that's that? So they have to describe it in gory detail over and over and over and over again. Don't these newspaper people think that that they have family members that cry? And I don't blame them over every time they read something like that. You know, they're giving more space to a murderous killer than they are to this wonderful woman. I heard she was a wonderful woman. She did a lot of nice things in hospice care, I believe, and she was a very nice woman. She made nice quilts, and she was just a wonderful person. Can't we have a full page about her and her life and how wonderful she was, rather than talking about her fucking brains being smashed with a frying pan? Sheesh. Wouldn't that be better? I think so. Thank you. With all due respect to that woman, I felt sorry for her, and I heard that she was a wonderful woman, and the guy was a complete jerk. All right? All right, thank you. Do a story about the woman and how wonderful she was. Don't mention about how she got brains splattered. Have some decency and respect for the surviving family members. Sheesh. He had to be insane, you know? He was a frying pan, you know? But I think in the Geneva Convention, I think it is legal in wars to kill somebody with a frying pan. I'm not sure. One of those big black iron, cast iron ones. Non-stick, you know, because you're going to use it again. But all with due respect to that woman, I feel sorry, and we'll say a little prayer right now. Okay, thank you. And this is the part of the show where we're going to heal somebody right now. I believe that anyone can heal. What, I can't tell a joke and then change my mind and get onto something serious? Of course I can, you dipshit. The guy that murdered his wife, dipshit. People that complain about my show, dipshit. You're missing the point. Oh, that's right, you're a dipshit. You would miss the point. You fucking dipshit. Oh, we'll heal someone a little later. But I think it's a person that there's something wrong with their back. Yeah, that's it. There's something wrong with their back. And we'll heal that person later. And it's a guy. It's a guy around 62. Got something in his back. Anyway. If you want to hear some really hooty stuff, here, listen to this. You know, I study, magazines and newspapers and get reports and get actual stories so that my viewers can be well informed and be entertained at the same time. Because it's rather ridiculous and funny, some of these stories. Not that this one is, but here goes. Getting nippy. Ooh, that cigar tastes like shit. I like when people say that, like, why, did you ever taste shit, you fucking asshole? You gotta wonder, this tastes like shit. Then you gotta wonder, you gotta step back and go, whoa, don't eat over his house, Hold on, cold. About 30 degrees out. Well, I could see like city streets. And I was reading the newspaper. Not, a local newspaper, but a big one, the Globe or something. The Glob, I like to call it. Reader's Indigestion, Reader's Digest, all those sweet, sweet stories in there. Anyway, I was reading in the Globe that General Motors, listen to this now. Listen. Stop munching on that boiled bologna sandwich. Now, it doesn't make much noise anyway. It just goes Band-Aid meat. Anyway. See, like city street? General Motors, during World War II, traded with the enemy. Traded with Germany. And that was against the Enemies Trade Act. It's a law. You cannot trade with the enemy. And General Motors did this. It was in the paper. All right? That means slave labor made some of the parts that went into the cars at General Motors during World War II. Nice, huh? The government can go to war and the people can go to war, but the industry, the big guys who don't pay any taxes, General Motors, they know better. They'll trade with the enemy. Money's money. They don't want to go to war. They don't want to go to war over that. They want to make their money. Imagine that. Dipshits. You know, it really cracks me up about the dipshits we do have in our society, you know. I tell people that, you know, all the meat processing plants and stuff was so gross, and how they ground up cats and dogs and fed them to the cattle and stuff. And they just stopped that practice in 1997 because of the mad cow disease epidemic. And people are still going out and buying meat and shit, you know. You know they're still feeding those cats and dogs for those cows, you know. And you know, I can't understand either. You know, the government says, Food and Drug Administration, well, you got to label what's in the product itself, you know. So you read it, oh, 5 grams of fat. You got like on a hot dog, for instance, it says cow lips. Read the package of a hot dog and see what they contain. Beef byproducts, like they tell you cow lips, cow ears. But what they don't tell you in a lot of these products is that when FDC in Y, you know, the red dye, yellow, they say FDCY dye, you know, number 500 or whatever. And you think, oh, well, that seems to be okay. You know, FDCY, red, yellow, whatever. And that seems to be okay. But you know what the lot of that dye where it comes from? Ground up beetles from the Amazon. I'm not kidding. A lot of the dyes that are put in food are ground up insects. All right? So you're eating insects, you dipshits. And not knowing it. Sheesh. Well, this is Sea Light Sea Street. Thank you. And that's the truth. If you don't like my show, go watch something else. But you know something? When I was in school, which was a long time ago, let me check the time. Cold as a witch's tit out here. When I was in school, I think it was in the 4th grade, I got 14 D's or something, you know. And I was determined to pass this one test, you know. They said, well, we're going to give you a surprise test, you know. Oh, holy shit, you know. All right. So, you know, it can't get much worse than a D, well, an F, but I figured I'll go for it. And she passed out these papers real quick, and she says, now fill these out as quick as you can, she says. Fill this test out as quick as you can. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do it. It's like an hour test. She says, we're going to give you 5 minutes to do this test, but read all the directions. So I said, oh shit, 5 minutes? Look at this thing. I'm never going to be able to finish this, you know. And I'm looking around, all the other kids are on the first question, you know, and I'm going, oh shit, I'm never going to be able to finish. So I bypassed the directions, you know. It was a multiple choice, you know. So I said, oh shit, it's a multiple choice, you know. So I went right through it. I multiple choice everything, aced it, right? Oh, perfect. Probably got every one of them right? Get the paper back, right? F. What the fuck is this F? I said to myself in the 4th grade, 16D. This test I want to pass so bad. She says, Mark, you got an F because you didn't read the directions. Because in the last line of the directions it says, don't take this test. Put your pencil down. You know? It's like, gee, thanks, you know? What is education trickery now, you know? What is it, magic? Huh? Now you see it, now you don't? They can trick kids into taking tests, you know, into learning? Come on, I've been to the mountaintop. I've been to the mountaintop. And I know the future of education. The future of education is every kid, just like they have a desk, will have their own personal computer in school. Every kid will have a personal computer in school. I've been to the mountaintop, and that is the future of education. And you know what? It puts all the teachers out of business. The dipshits. We need trickery. Hey, if they want to, get rid of all the teachers. Anyway, if you want anxiety, stress, and bad language and aggression and anxiety, interaction. Oh, hell, they can get that on the playground. Get rid of all the teachers. I've seen the future of education. I've been to the mountaintop. Okay, thank you. I got a cup of coffee at this place. I forget the name of it, but ooh, it was good. There's these two nice young ladies in there. Ooh, it was so good, the coffee. Ooh, it was so good. They gave you free brownies and everything. That's right next to the Girls and Boys Club. Forget the name of it. We're going to try to get them on the show, though. Hi out there. What was her name? Jane was one of them. Hi, Jane. How are you? Plain Jane. We were talking about how TV is so, like, gratuitous trash. They say the fuck word anytime they want and stuff. And she was saying, well, it's good to have knowledge and stuff, but we like that gratuitous trash stuff, too. She's funny. What a hoot. Now, Jerry Falwell was in the news, you know? And you know what he said? He said that the Antichrist, when he comes back, is he's going to be Jewish. Jerry Falwell, head of the Christian organization, you know, says, and then people got all over his case. He says, no, it's in the Christian doctrine, you know. I said, that's the problem with religious people, you know. They're always at each other's throats. The Christians are at the Jews' throats. The Jews are at the Christians' throats. The Muslims they hate everybody, you know. I mean, Catholics in Ireland killing each other because one of them called the other one a Protestant. Come off this. Will you cut the shit? I've been to the spiritual mountaintop. I know the spirit. And the spirit is the same in everybody's soul, and get with it. This is going to be the year 2000. You millennium dipshits. Treat people nice. Be nice. That's Mark. I'm the Lord on earth, not the Lord above. I'm the Lord on earth. Anyway, that's why God gave us free will. You know? Change your mind. You don't want to be an asshole. Be another body part. You know, anytime you ever see me on the street, like in a supermarket picking out avocados or something, that's what us famous people eat, you know, avocados. Not really. Anyway, well, you like to eat those boiled bologna sandwiches. Ooh, they're good. Barbecue sauce. Eric said that. Ooh, put barbecue sauce. Right? Remember that, Eric? Hi, Eric. West. Barbecue sauce. West goes, ooh. Boiled bologna. Ooh. But Eric was saying, you know, you fry it. You get a big chunk of it and you fry it. You put barbecue sauce on it. It's like Spam, you know. But these religious people getting down each other's people's throat and stuff, you know. God, you know, if man was made in God's image, then we're godlike in a sense, aren't we? And it's up to you folks, to get with the program and be a little bit more spiritual and love thy neighbor, you know? Treat others as you would want to be treated. Unless you're a masochist. Then don't treat me that way. You know? But you know God, you know. He's a hoot. But why don't we call him on the phone right now? Yeah. Don't call God. We called him on the last show. Call him again. Let's see. Uh-oh. Let's see. First I got to call information. I don't have his number. Ring it. I'll call the operator. Got to get a real person. Oh, operator? Yes, I'd like God's number. Yeah, the omnipotent one. Which one? Jesus, Buddha, butter, no partake, Muhammad, Krishna. You get listings for all those different gods? Oh, jeez. Oh, just give me the omnipotent one. You pick one. All right. Okay. Thank you. 1-800-GOD. Hello, God? Yeah, this is Mark from City. Oh, you see my show? Oh, okay. Oh, you mad at me? Why? I shouldn't swear? Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, oh, you didn't like the last show when I said that you were creating hurricanes and floods and stuff? That's not your doing? That's the devil's doing? Uh-huh. Okay, sorry. Jeez, I'm only human, God. You made me anyway in your image. Christ's sakes. Jeez. Oh, okay. I had a question though, God. You're the omnipotent God. Like you're the big guy, right? You're not Jesus. You're not Krishna, but you're the omnipotent one. So you're just generally, yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. You're the big Kahuna. Okay, all right. I believe you. Okay, hold on. I was just wondering. You know when the Christian God, they said that they named his only son Jesus Christ and stuff. Why was that, God? Uh huh. Uh huh. Oh, I see. So, in other words, they named him Jesus Christ because if it was Bob Smith, every time you hit yourself with a hammer and the thumb, you'd say, how would it sound like you said, ah, Bob Smith? Jesus Christ has a better ring to it. Yeah, probably does. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You busy now? Okay. How's Mrs. God anyway? Fine? Okay. All right, well, listen, I know you're busy, and I won't keep you any longer now. Have I talked to the devil lately? No, I haven't, no. Don't talk to him? Uh-huh. All right, I won't. Okay, I'll be good. Bye. That was God. Nice guy. Mrs. God was in the kitchen cooking him some fried eggs and a boiled bologna sandwich. Why don't we call the devil? Yeah, call the devil right now. Got to get his number first. Call information. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, this is Mark. Oh, you don't need to know my name? Okay. Well, I'm looking to find the devil's phone number. Yeah. You got that listed? Uh-huh. Can I be more specific? What? Devil isn't specific enough for you? All right. Is it under Beelzebub or maybe Methuselah or that guy in the red suit? Okay. Oh, you got it? Okay. What's the number? 1-800 go to hell. All right. Thank you. Calling the devil now. See what the story is with him. God says he doesn't create hurricanes and floods. He said it was the devil who's doing. So we're going to call him and see what he says. Hello? Yeah. This is Mark from City Lights, City Streets. Yeah. Can I speak to the devil? Oh, this is the devil. Oh, okay. Hi, how you doing? Uh-huh. Pretty hot down there, huh? Yeah? But it's not like a wet hot. It's not like a humid hot. It's like a dry hot. Uh-huh. Yeah, I would just call God, and he told me not to call you, but I'm calling you anyway. And is it true, I was just wondering, devil, that is it true it says in the Bible that when you were an angel at one time and you fell out of the sky and you landed on earth, and where one foot landed, it was an onion grew, and where the right foot landed, the other foot, garlic grew. Is that true? Oh, it is? What grew where your bum hit? An artichoke? Oh, okay. Well, makes sense. Anyway, God says that you're the one who's in charge of all these floods and hurricanes and destruction and stuff. You are? Well, cut the shit, will you? Uh-huh. Now, God, excuse me. Oh, I know. Do you have any sayings in hell at all? Like, like on earth you say, I go to hell, Do you have any sayings in hell? Oh, you say, oh, go to heaven? Oh, okay. Let's see, Lights, See Streets, and I'm Mark. Well, I do a local TV show. Yeah. Pretty hot. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, you don't get cable? You don't get cable in hell. Okay. You just get the Rush Limbaugh? That's all you get? Okay. The devil, I had a question. What do you really look like? Do you really look like that guy in a red suit with horns? Oh, you don't? Uh-huh. Well, why do they have a picture of you on the what is it, ham or spam? Canned ham or something, and it has like red devil ham, and there's a picture of you in a red suit and stuff? Yeah? Uh-huh. Oh, that's just your public image? What do you look like? Oh, you look like a cross between Larry Flint, the pornographer, and Jerry Falwell, the Christian conservative? Or you're a cross between those two, and you're in a solid gold wheelchair. Uh-huh. I got the picture. Yep. Yep. Oh, you're not saying that you are them, but that's who you look like, you most resemble. Oh, okay. All right, I get it now. So it's Larry Flint, the pornographer, and Jerry Falwell, the Christian conservative, sitting in a solid gold wheelchair. Okay. No, that clears up a lot for me. Yeah. All right, listen, I know it's probably... Would you ever think of getting air conditioning? No? You like the heat, huh? Okay. All right. I just had a question, too, is, who goes to hell anyway? All lawyers, yeah. Who else? Oh, we knew that. Who else? Yeah? Oh, you had a deal with God? Yeah? That you got all the bodies and he got all the spirits? Okay, well, that makes sense, you know. He got all the spirits, God got all the spirits, and you got all the bodies. Uh-huh. You get a few spirits, 10% of the spirits. Oh, okay. Okay, well, listen, I know it's hot down there, and you got a lot of, you know, things you got to do, you know. All right, I'll talk to you later. Hopefully not in the near future. See you, you asshole. That was the devil. He thinks he's a hot shit, but he's not. I like God better. Well, this is Sea Light, City Street. Oh, you know the guy, Timothy Leary, don't you? You know the LSD guru who said that there's brain police out there and they're going to put locks on your brains and stuff. Well, Microsoft, Bill Gates just put a serial number in all his new Windows computers. There's a serial number. There's a 10-digit serial number. And they're in all the computers now. And that's an invasion of privacy, because anybody could take those serial numbers and tap into your computer just like that. But there's nothing you can do about it. They're already in there now. People warned us about 1984. Well, it's here. You know why Bill Gates did that, don't you? The reason why he did it was because he wanted to track how many people actually bought his Windows software. But the fact of the matter is, he put that code in there for the government's purposes. Because Microsoft is in a big legal antitrust battle with the government. So by putting that 10-digit number in there, now the government, if they wanted to know about you, like anything they want to know, they can just type in that 10-digit code and know where you are and what you're all about, like accessing your personal file. Nice, huh? There isn't, you know, I mean, I let it all hang out. If you want to know anything, ask me. I'm glad to tell you, you know. But most people, their privacy rights are violated now, and I don't blame them. You know, just another brick in the wall. You know. So, but Timothy Leary expressed before he died. He said, Timothy Leary, the LSD psychologist, Harvard professor guru, before he died, he said, "Oh, I want to broadcast my suicide on the internet, you know," and he didn't, you know, dipshit. You know, your final statement and you fuck it up, dipshit. And then you tell everybody to put all their ideas and thoughts down on a computer? Like, what happened to the brain police, huh? That's all you need is to put down your actual thoughts on computers and stuff. I'll let my thoughts out there anyway, because, you know, you got to speak your mind. I'm at the age where I believe I got to speak up against things and get down to the truth of the matter. Let's get solutions to these problems. Let's quit talking about the problem and get the solutions. I tell you the solutions on my show. This is mine. This is like these streets. Hey, you know, doctors wear plastic gloves. Don't infect us. Quit fucking around with people. Heal them already. All right. Now we're going to heal somebody. Like I said, you know, what, I can't be serious one minute and happy and ridiculous the next? Of course you can. Now I'm going to be serious because I believe everybody can heal somebody. There's a guy out there with a bad back. I don't know if it's cancer or or a crick, or there's something in his back that's bothering him. He's about 62 years old. Now, man, you're going to be healed now. Healed. You're healed now, all right? You can pray, that'll help. But I'm telling you, you are healed now. Get up off that chair. Do the boogie. Do the cha-cha. You're healed now, man. All right? All right, thank you. That was the healing segment. Let's see lights, see streets, and I'm Mark. And kids, listen to your mothers and fathers and dads. And people, don't take any crap from anybody. Tell it the way it is, man. This is city lights, city streets, the numbing of America. Don't read everything you believe. Don't believe everything you read in newspapers. The numbing of America. Quit watching the newscast. Write your congressman. Tell them that you want the world to straighten up. Get the computers in the schools. Education. I've been to the mountaintop, man. I know what the future of education is. I've been to the spiritual mountaintop, man. We're all dying of spiritual thirst and hunger here. You know, let's be nice to each other. And let those racism jokes fly. Let them fly, because the people that laugh at them, you're the racist. If I say a racist joke, and you laugh at it, then you're a racist. Want to try? All right. See if you can keep a straight face. Oh boy. How do you get a one-armed Pollock out of a tree? You wave to him. How do you get a one-armed Catholic out of a tree? You wave to him. How do you get a one-armed Protestant out of a tree? You wave to him. How do you get an Iraqi, one-armed Iraqi out of a tree? You fucking shoot him with a machine gun. No, I saw you laughing. Just because they were Iraqis doesn't mean that isn't a racist statement. But it's the people that laugh at it as the racists. You know that during the Vietnam War, the United States lost the Vietnam War. Vietnam is the only country in the world that has defeated the United States in a war. And how'd they do it? They didn't have much guns. They had hundreds and hundreds of miles of tunnels, like mice underneath your house. Hundreds and hundreds of miles of tunnels. And when the army was occupying Hanoi, the Vietnamese were under them in tunnels. That's how they defeated them. They defeated them because they were trying to protect the country, what little they had. That was their turn. It's just like if an enemy force came over to America. I suggest we start digging tunnels. You gotta fight for what you believe in. But you can't poison them. You can only blow them apart. That's the rule. Let me check the time. Get near that time. Well, this is Mark, and you have been watching City Lights. City Streets present. I'm doing this all for you, man. On the 8 o'clock shows during the week, we go a little bit more milder, but we still say some funny things. A little bit more lighthearted. But you know, you do so many shows, and then you just have to get all this information that I study all week for you guys and girls. And we get all this information from newspapers and stuff. And we try to shed some light on reality, which you don't get on regular TV. And we call God, we call the devil. But on April 3rd, I'm going to be on Coles Hill at noon. If you want to come out and see me, come out and see me. We're going to let the cameras roll, and it's going to be unedited, and you can say anything you want. If you're a kid and want to speak, bring your parents, and your parents sign out a form that just says that they're letting their kid come on, City Lights, City Streets, and they can say anything that they want. Kids, you know, need to be listened to. Too much they're told to shut up and do homework and shut up and do your schoolwork and shut up. The teacher's right. Let the teachers yell at you. The teachers are right. No, they're wrong. Whatever happened to the Socratic method of teaching? The teacher should be really, truly your friend. You shouldn't raise your voice. Raising your voice only alienates people. Be nice to them. Kids are learning. And don't always believe that you can don't always think that you can understand what's going on in a child's mind unless they tell you so. And even when they tell you, they might not phrase the words correctly, and the meaning might be misconstrued and ambiguous. This is a psychological fact. And should I just keep talking and let it go off the air like I usually do? Well, I get this. In the search for the meaning of life, we always try to find solutions to these problems. This is Mark. I'm freezing my ass off out here for you. See that? I had an awful cigar. This cigar right here, terrible. Tasted like camel shit. But we're ready to pack it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to zoom the camera around so you can see where I'm at. Alright? I'm at these bric-a-brac booths here where they sell wood pilgrim hats and stuff. You know, hold on. Bye. Love you all. And they always say love your enemy, you know. I don't think so. You know. You can like them, but you don't have to love them. You should all get along in this world, you know what I mean? And the kids are the one that's going to get destroyed by it. The Earth's going to crack in half. If we all farted at once, the Earth would blow up. Did you know that? That's a fact. Scientific fact. Yeah. Isaac Asimov, I think, said that. Or Albert Einstein. Oh, yeah. Albert Einstein said that. E equals MC squared. That's what that means. They finally figured that out, the scientists. That E equals MC squared means that if we all farted at once, the world would blow up. Yeah. Which brings us to another thing. My wife said to me, Schmack, I had an important thing to tell you the other day, you know, and I forgot what it was. I said, oh, geez, it couldn't have been that important, you know, that old saying. But, you know, so she forgot, you know. And 2 days later, she said, oh, yeah, Al Gore's head blew up, you know. Like, that's pretty important, you know. Like, why didn't you tell me, you know? Jeez. Oh, I had something important to tell you, Mark. What? You know? Yeah, Al Gore's head blew up. Oh, well, thanks for telling me. Great. You need to know that. All right. Thank you. Maybe I'll run for president, huh? Yeah, you'll have to chase me. I'll be running all right. But, you know, they should elect someone like myself or just a normal everyday person like Harry S. Truman. Didn't have a college education. All he had was a high school education. They said that he was one of the better presidents. He dropped the A-bomb, didn't he, on Japan? Yeah. Ouch, that must have been smart, huh? Hiroshima? Ooh. Now, it says in a Geneva Convention, you could bomb them a bit, but you can't poison them. Makes sense, huh? Yeah. All right. Bye. Show you where we're at. Hey, Mark, can we get some clams? Yeah, we'll get some clams, Curly. Don't worry about it. Curly's my assistant. Yeah, I certainly am. I want some clams. Curly, we'll get you some clams. You guys must have some mean thoughts eating clams all the time. I do. I bought them and sent them to Howard Stern. He'd eat them. He has a shitty show. Hey, Mark, did they have clams on the Mayflower? Yeah, I think they did, Curly. Can we go to the Mayflower and get some clams? No, that's not a restaurant, Curly. That's a boat. Ow. I thought they served clams there. No, Curly, they don't. This is Ma, and this is Sea Light, CDC, and watch the listings. The listings change every week, and the show will be on for you guys no matter what, because you need to know this stuff. That's right. You need to know where to get the best clams. Where can you get the best clams in town, Mark? Well, I heard Susan's is pretty good. Yeah. All right. Can we go there, Mark? Yeah, why don't we go there now? Yeah, Paul Susan's is nice, man.